When they what?
Yes, we are recording.
Okay then, let's,
Okay. Strand, then up the mountain,
You're supposed to read it in English.
22nd, 1942. Kjære Gilman og Pauline. Takk for brevet. Dear Gilman and Pauline, thanks for the telegram and the letter. It was so good to hear that that was all over. And we send our heartily
Your hearty.
wishes.
Hardy.
Congratulations, congratulations. It's good to send it. I don't know that. I know it's congratulations. All hope and hope that there were many gladness and we wish that the little
That's me.
anyhow, they wish the best for the little one. I am very honored. Jag skött att det hände upp efter mig. I'm very honored that they are naming her after me.
That's such a dumble numb.
I feel sorry for the little one to get such a old name. För att så ett gammalt namn. But old becomes new and modern again. So now that it goes well, that goes well to use an old name again too. By the time, so therefore by the time you get this letter, the mother and baby will be home again. Jag skulle ha skrivit för. I should have written before, but we are kind of busy during the day, but det må arbeta och nu vi får verkligen ett gott år. It's easy to, we like to work when it gets such a good crop and the prices are good.
What year was that when the price was good, older?
42.
Oh, the year like
The year you were married
Yeah.
and I was born.
Oh. And the next year we had a little one.
Little one.
It doesn't take long in those days.
So
It went wham bang, thank you ma'am.
That still can happen. Sorry, Elmer.
He's thinking.
it is that it's good to have a good crop so we can have something here and have something over to send overseas when the war ends. It is not much more. It is much more for me to write about what Robert has written. about the rest of it. All the boys are, you know, doing men's work, and Alice is snill og flik. She is
Translate that.
nice and
Nice.
helpful.
They were living there then, Elmer and
Oh,
Alice.
okay.
I didn't get to sleep till 8 o'clock in the morning then.
All the boys are doing men's work and Alice is nice and helpful.
Like Grandma said, you gotta make hay when the sun shines.
And yeah, I har gamle Mrs. Berger no. I have old lady Mrs. Berg here. Some months, I guess. I don't know that one word means, but it var stykket over at jeg ikke fikk være sjus.
I read that whole letter almost myself, like before it came.
You might have to read it again.
I read between the lines.
You'll have to double check us when we get all done.
Yeah. She doesn't use any commas or periods, you know. So,
No.
you know, that was disappointed, I think is what that word means.
Is this right after that she has Mrs. Berg there?
Yeah.
I have old lady Mrs. Berg.
That was disappointed that that I did not get to talk to you this summer when you called. But I was so plötslig that she was very sick.
Hmm.
And so, Swim was kind of dizzy.
You mean she
Så
was
jeg
sick?
kunne ikke forsøke at gå til, I couldn't go to the phone anyway. Var det skulle være gildt, it would be great if we could visit you and spend a couple of months down there, but that won't happen. Jeg må slutte med det. I will end this with wishing that you and the little are be well and all till we see you again. It's in the Greatest greetings to you all from your mother, and all the rest. Right soon.
Skriva snart.
But she just said, greetings to all of you from your mother, but
Yeah,
she didn't sign,
no, she didn't sign it.
She didn't sign it.
No. So we need to keep track of where it came from, because a lot of people might think that this was their mother writing this letter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you think I got it? I got, thanks for the telegram and letter. Are you back on your first page now?
Yeah.
It was so good to hear that it was all over, and we send our hearty wishes and congratulations and hope that there are many gladness,
Yeah. Many,
much gladness or
yeah,
something. And we wish the little one the best.
They talking about you now?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
Well, you
am
were
very
little.
honored that you are naming her after me. I feel sorry for the little one to get such an old name. But old becomes new and modern again. So
Isn't
now
that
that
pretty
it
pathetic?
goes
Yeah.
well to use an old name again too. By the time you get this letter, the mother and baby will be home again. I should have written before, but we are kind of busy during the day. We like to work when it is such a good crop and the prices are good. It is good to have a good crop so that we can have something here and have something to send overseas when the war ends. There is not much more for me to write about. Robert has written about the rest of it. All of the boys are doing men's work, and Alice is nice and helpful. I have old lady Mrs. Berg here some months. I was disappointed that I did not get to talk with you this summer when you called, but I was so sick and dizzy that I couldn't go to the phone. It would be great if we could visit you and spend a couple of months down there, but that won't happen. I will end this with wishing that you and the little one will be well until we see you again. Greatest greetings to you all from your mother and all the rest. Right soon.
Well, you did a good job of getting that written in.
Does that
That's it.
seem like the gist of it?
Very, very good.
Okay,
You
well,
did.
thank
Good
you,
job.
Elmer.
What would old lady Mrs. Bird be there for, a helper in the house?
Yeah,
What bird was that?
Yeah, Mrs. Larsberg.
just to help with the things that Alice couldn't get done.
I did as little as I possibly could.
I find that hard to believe.
Mrs. Larsberg, she was a sister.
I had to get up at
She was a sister to
3:30 or 4
Olaf.
o'clock in the morning for 1 week, and then
She was
Grandpa
sister
did
to
the
Olaf.
next, and
Oh.
then Solvik was supposed to be helping me. She set the table, I asked, and she was a home ec major, and she didn't do a darn thing about cooking.
But get that down.
Yes, put it down in writing.
It's on, sad to say, but it's on the tape now, so,
Did I put that there?
Elmer,
yeah.
Yeah?
what
Tape is
do
still
you
running.
remember about your grandparents?
Don't let her read it though, but it's
I
true.
mean,
Gents and Anna Marie.
well, Jen's right little.
She set the table
I
and
know he
she,
was hot-tempered.
I said,
Well,
what
they-
put in this anyway?
You know,
Well, dump
kids
some
come
of this
around
and some of
and
that
they-
together.
you know,
and
he was-
I felt so sorry for those men.
You what now?
I was cooking.
Oh, yeah, like us kids, he didn't hesitate to get after us, He was
Grandpa
all
would
work,
knock
you know.
on our
How
door and
old-
said,
how
"Stop,
old were you
get
when
up,
he
get
died?"
up."
I suppose about 8 or so.
Okay.
What else do you want to know?
You weren't very old at the time, huh?
No, I don't.
And what about your grandmother? What?
Oh, I remember quite a bit about her,
Mm. She
Yeah,
lived about 6 years more, didn't she, after he died or something?
13 years, I think.
What was she like?
She lived for 13 years?
Huh?
She lived
She
13
was
more
kinda
years?
stern.
You know, in that book we were looking at, it said that he died in 23 and she died in 29. I wonder if his is wrong.
I might be wrong, but it's just.
That book is underneath there if you want to look at it.
Maybe I got that 13, she was 13 years older than him, I think. Maybe that is,
Okay.
Okay.
Cause you see,
Well, we were thinking that maybe he hadn't lived as long as till 23, but you think that's right?
yeah, I think maybe it's right in the book.
Oh, okay.
Cause, you know, see, she came over with,
It's a good thing to close that now.
it's settled over by Elmer Strand, Minnesota. I
Huh?
mean,
That thing is.
I don't know when they got married,
running
but
since
her and her husband, and they both were there to earn their lunch enough to get a team of oxen.
I don't care.
And, you know, so they could make the trip down here to Homestead.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had, I think it was 3 kids. Then they got diphtheria.
Is that thing still running?
Yep.
And then they had 3 more. Well, then one girl had come and lived with them. And
You might have to.
I don't know,
You
I
might
think
have
she
to
had
erase
already
that.
married gents. Her first husband died of TB when the kids were still, some of the kids were living. Then she married gents. And then those kids got diphtheria.
Okay.
So, and then of course, her first husband, and they homestead, or tree claimed, they homesteaded the other place, that wasn't tree claimed, the
What? 15.
Gubrid's place.
Oh, the Goober's place.
15,
That was-
I was 18.
And Mr. Gubrid,
You're
Was
almost
some-
saying that you're me.
a brother to her first husband.
Oh, I never knew that.
Your
So when,
Elaine's brother, your mom's brother was same age as me.
they were like the
Like
Hansons
second,
too,
same
you see,
year.
they're the same.
That's what I heard.
So when
So
they came,
the father to the
Oh,
Goobridge
that's that
was
thing.
a brother to Anna Marie's first husband.
yeah,
But you could hear what I
Okay.
said.
and then,
That's why Grandpa kind of felt responsible for the Goobridge, huh?
She was
I don't know, it could be friendship there. And of course, it was confirmed with Chris Gubrid.
She
you know,
got
they
it,
were-
but she didn't.
And,
Huh?
yeah, then when
Us two were supposed to cook one week and Grandma
they
the
came-
next week. We kept exchanging.
they didn't have any place,
You
so
know,
they
get
sold
up
them
at 3:30,
that
4
quarter for
o'clock.
$500.
We were supposed to make breakfast. There's a lot of men over
You
there.
know, they kind of, so they'd have a place.
And I saw to what to make
But
the next
anyhow,
day.
she
and she'd say,
told about, you know, when he
pancakes,
was up
they
there
had
planting trees,
potatoes, they had to have
you know, for tree
pork
clearing.
chops, they had to have
Then she'd
all the food, you know.
carry a baby on her
Cereal.
back and carry
I said, what are
the
you
dinner
cooking your
up there.
pancake? Oh, you're throwing some sour
They'd
milk
walk
and
up there
some of
with
that,
us.
some of that.
Really?
At least, you know,
I'm surprised they survived.
and,
Do you know what year that they built the house in town, the one that Myrtle and George lived
We were
in?
I used to follow a recipe if I made anything, and I never cooked.
I think it was 13, but I'm not sure.
At home, I had 2 older sisters, Mom, and then
And
I
at
was
that
clean.
time, did,
I was clean.
now, your parents, did they move on to the farm that they lived on when they first got married?
Yeah.
And then when Ted and Clara got married, did they stay on that home place? And
Yeah, Clara was working there, you know, for Ted. And then they got married sometime after I don't know for sure what year they got married, but anyway,
now, did your grandfather,
So,
did he retire from farming when he built the house in town, or
Yeah.
he didn't farm anymore after that, huh?
he was out there all the
Grade school,
time.
high school,
Yeah.
went to college, and I taught school for years, I never did.
Yeah, you know, like they
You
used
know,
to,
when I was teaching,
when he was farming, you know, they used to say, he used to sharpen their
I
own
made chocolate
plowshares, you
cake
know.
when I was
Yeah.
when I was a kid.
They
I
do
created
that,
a
then when the
recipe
men were resting, you know,
over a
and
pocket.
get the sharp back on and have
Can't
them
remember the
at
recipe anymore.
Now, your grandmother, after your grandfather died, she lived on the farm with your parents, right?
She lived in the house in town for some years, I don't remember how many.
Does he looked it under?
Then,
Eric said that he wished that he brought his camera with him.
my dad moved the house
He's gonna take that home
from
with
the
him,
Mira place
put it in,
over
storage.
to, on the east side of the woods there by the home, just kind of.
Okay. When was that house torn down?
Probably the hired girl, so they did.
That never was.
Or was it moved out of there or what?
Friends after that.
Edgar already bought it for
Um,
$300 or
Why
something.
don't
And
you
that's,
Okay.
play those
well, that's the
games?
house they
Oh,
lived
that's a
in.
hired
Oh, really?
girl.
Okay,
It's still there.
Does she
Okay.
I
remember
don't
that?
know if anybody lives in it.
You ever tease her
And
about
here
it?
I keep her every time she comes down here.
Yeah.
So she'd spend the summers there, and then she spent the winters with Ted Strands in the
Oh, okay.
22nd of October.
what was she like?
And she's gonna leave on the
Uh,
22nd.
I never hear anything about her.
It's a hard, I mean, she was hard. I don't think she could shed a tear. She'd gone through so much,
Her bedroom would be ready.
you know, that I don't think she could shed a tear. I mean,
Just kind of numb,
if that's
didn't,
happened,
I don't
if
think
that's,
so. I
if
don't
that's
know.
the way it's gonna be,
You
it's
know,
gonna
she
be,
makes
you
us feel
know.
like
Yeah.
if you have other
I
company.
think, no.
Of
but
course,
she went through an awful lot.
She hasn't said anything.
Okay.
It doesn't
but
matter.
my dad, you
Well, she
know,
sure could if she wants
she
to,
said-
it turns out that you have kids coming and stuff.
See,
one of us used for him to go to school because he was never grow up
See,
anyway.
Richard, that's his room.
You know.
What was that, Elmer?
He
She didn't
has
think
that
he'd ever
two
grow up
desks behind
anyway.
the furnace
Oh, really?
He was
Larry
sick
had
a lot.
the spare room
Your dad?
downstairs,
Yeah,
and then
so
she
he went to
has
school,
this one.
in school 3 months in
Here.
the spring and 3 in the
Yeah.
fall.
Okay.
And then Arlie and Peggy, of course, had
Really?
their own
And
place,
then he went about half the time or
She'll
less.
probably have some grandchildren.
Oh, really?
So he
She'll
went
probably
through
have
6 years.
grandchildren coming for that wedding, too.
Oh,
That's all, he went to
well,
school.
that's right too, but. they
You know, so he didn't have many months of schooling.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Maybe somebody never.
Maybe get them.
Huh.
But he had more philosophy
Go
than
back.
a lot of his professors.
He didn't go to school during the middle of the winter, huh?
She wouldn't
No.
feel like
Oh, they didn't
spending
have
too
to.
much time on things.
They didn't have school then?
It's less fun to.
Oh, really?
They just, 3 in the spring and 3 in the fall.
When you don't-
Oh, really?
We
Huh.
don't usually stay long either.
Too hard to get to school in the wintertime.
And then,
Yeah.
Michael.
Yeah, I can see that.
living
But
in
Ted-
an office,
Ted went
I don't
to
know
quite a
if
bit
they
of school.
were-
He
they might
went
go
to
as far as
Brooklyn
to try to
Academy.
just
Oh, he
stay
did.
there, You know,
From school.
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
We could
But
find room for
I
them.
remember one thing about my grandma, you know,
They usually don't stay up there.
anybody needed
They wanna
anything,
stay
you
downstairs,
helped
they
them.
can
I
stay
mean,
up all
there's
night.
no
Yeah.
question, see. But she was tight about not wasting anything, you know.
Okay.
Well, she's
Like-
hard to hear. That's-
Water and wood
It goes
became,
pretty well.
you know, cold to them. And, you know, so they were communist pioneers, you know, they'd pick buffalo chips and burn them, you know. And so, you know, we'd have a wood pile as big as you could throw it, you know. But she'd go in the woods and pick up the little branches and chips, you know.
Okay.
That's going to waste. And then, when she had a sister in the town, you know, so she had so much water that they used to the drainman hauled water up to the cafe and give them the water, but when you
Mhm.
washed your hands or something, you used so much water, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, you just about rationed it, you know, you
Oh,
weren't
yeah.
gonna waste it.
Why don't you?
And, remember she told about, the minister,
I've
you
never
know,
heard of
did a
that.
sermon about the evils
Just
of
'em.
spent up money, you know, about how hard it is for
Some kind of palms?
a
The
rich
what?
man to
Plums?
turn into something.
Oh, that's all.
She met him at the
Plums
door and
back.
she said, you like to pick on
When the
those
they
of
had
us
cut down the
that
one-
have put someone away.
right
But if
over
you
here.
want something, you know where to come.
We missed that story.
He said that his grandmother, the pastor, was giving a sermon on the rich man entering the
Yeah.
kingdom
Oh, yeah.
of heaven, and she told the pastor, "You like to pick on us that have put some away, but when you need some, you know where to come." Yeah.
And she never learned to write.
Oh, really?
on the,
Pastor Eric, you know, he needs.
on the,
Is this?
old papers, you know, in
Is
that
this
book.
Jensen's?
Yeah.
It's,
I don't hear to
it
this
was
sometimes.
excellent, this is her, excellent.
I don't know. I kind of think he figures this is grandma,
Her
wasn't
name
it?
was excellent. So she never went to school, our little one. Just learned
She
to
didn't
work.
write checks either then?
She learned how to work,
Hmm.
yeah. True pioneer, you know.
Yeah. Hard work.
Did she
Lots of
smile
it.
very often?
Uh,
Did she smile very often?
oh yeah, she'd smile, but I said, you know, she was so hardened by, when we'd gone through that, she couldn't shed a tear. I mean, if this
Yeah.
is something good had happened, it happened. It wasn't, you know.
Mhm. Well, just think of that.
Yeah.
Just think of the pain of losing all those people.
Yeah.
All those children.
And there
I
wasn't,
think it would have been more awful.
Huh?
I don't
Watching
think
your
that,
little
you know,
baby
as
Oh,
far
I
as
know. Was it during the flu or
Jensen had, I don't think, you know, there was
maybe, you know?
much love
Have
there.
that.
I mean, it was a business deal, more or less.
You know, when you walk out
Mm.
of the
You know.
cemetery, there are many of those trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor little babies.
I mean, that was real early, you know, that he had his, in his room, she had hers. I mean, that was,
You think of what women actually have all these things, you know,
Yeah.
skulls and pills and-
but that was about what I remembered about between them, you know, I mean, it
That really
wasn't,
took a toll on Grandma Strand when she lost Jens.
Mhm.
he was,
But she was almost a...
he was one of those in the church, you know, that he, you know, the church was built without a basement, you know, and see, part of it was moved from the school or something, I don't know, anyway. With that steeple and that, you know, they tried to get some contractors to raise it, you know, but they said they could never, it couldn't be done. He said, it's gonna be done, he said.
Jens said this.
If I have to put jack screws, he says, as close as they can stand, it's going up.
Ah.
And he laid it under that thing there, and screwed, you know, he had different ones that come and helped him, but I mean, he was,
Got the job done, huh?
yeah, it got done.
So Elmer, if he died in 23, then you were 8 years old. Huh?
I
Was born in 15.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So you were really just a little boy, very little boy.
yeah. I know, he used to come out, see, he ran the elevator during threshing, you know, was.
Okay.
You know, when they were threshed at our place, he was there and run the elevator. Yeah,
Hmm.
so,
I don't know how I can remember all that stuff.
You can remember a lot of stuff too.
But I want to.
Yeah.
Now, I just asked you the other night, and that's how short my memory was. I asked you about that Jacob Kern, wood and coal, and you said he had operated where the old Art Carlson
No.
house was?
no, he had it up on the tracks, you know,
Okay,
but then, I don't know, later, Art Carlson bought that and moved it over to, you know, where it stands now, and he
Oh.
added on to it.
oh, so the house that's near the school, the one that's near the school in Portland?
Yeah,
Okay, so it is that house that Art Carlson moved.
moved that, yeah, that current house. Yeah.
Okay. So what was his business then by the track?
Yeah, yeah. And they had,
And what year did you think that was?
well, that was, just barely remember it, you know.
Okay.
I couldn't say it.
We're in
This
high
is
school?
This is
That's
this
that
old
dustpan.
dustpan.
Coal and wood.
Have you got a dustpan that says his name on it?
Yeah, it's a, you know, the kind with a long handle on it that's pointed.
Oh,
And it says Jacob Kern, Coal and Wood, Portland, North Dakota.
Okay.
So I was asking Elmer when
you
that
could-
was, because I
I
never
don't
heard
know
of it.
how they really operated, I suppose that
Could make a
the
mint on that
the
one.
coal came in and on a car. And then, people either come and got their coal or else the drayman, you know. The
Mhm.
drayman would deliver coal to the people that,
Yeah,
see that's kind of best to sell a coal even, you know, we used to buy coal in on the car, I mean.
Well, you got a house on the farm that was heated with coal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I think I can remember when there was coal furnace down there.
I can remember the coal bin.
Yeah.
And would, they used to, you know, when a